The Jaguar D-Type, a sleek predator that dominated the world of endurance racing in the 1950s, boasts a rich tapestry of stories. Yet few D-Types has a story as captivating and multifaceted as Chassis XKD 513. This particular car raced just twice, yet it will be forever remembered. This is the story of D-Type Chassis XKD 513. So the story kicks off with Jean-Marie Brussin. He was a Frenchman who had amassed a fortune in the rough and tumble world of industrial diamonds. Now Brussin harbored a deep passion for motorsports. He honed his skills in hillclimbs and French club races, racing under the pseudonym Mary. Now, although he did well in these races, Brussin's ultimate goal was to compete in the grueling 24 hours of Lemans race, a race that pushed both machines and men to their limits. And in 1955, he attempted to enter but ultimately withdrew due to delays in receiving his D-Type Jaguar, a car that was designed specifically to win at this prestigious event. Then finally, in 1957, Brussin's dream materialized. He got his D-Type finished in a striking French racing blue through a Paris Jaguar dealer. The car, designated XKD 513, wasn't fazed by its supposedly unlucky number, and neither was Brussin, but this bad luck would come back in the end. Anyways, for these races, you need a co-driver, as these races are really long. For his co-driver, Brussin selected John Lucas, a seasoned competitor with an impressive resume. Lucas, a former sardine factory owner, had started racing after World War II and tasted victory in the 1949 Spa 24 Hours. Though a constant frontrunner at Le Mans with Ferraris, his previous attempts had ended in frustration. Together, Brussin and Lucas formed a formidable team. During practice, XKD 513 qualified 13th, not the most favourable start, but one that hinted at the car's potential. As the brutal race unfolded, Brussin and Lucas maintained a steady pace, gradually climbing the leaderboard. Their consistency proved to be a winning strategy. By midnight, they had moved up to 5th, and with the dawn, they found themselves firmly in 3rd place. The 1957 Le Mans was a triumphant display of Jaguar's dominance, with D-Type securing a historic 1, 2, 3 and 6th finish. Brussin, the Diamond King turned Le Mans podium finisher, was ecstatic. He had not only conquered his dream, but had done so in spectacular fashion. Encouraged by their success, Brussin and the Los Amigos team, with XKD 513 at its heart, returned to Le Mans in 1958. The car received upgrades to comply with new regulations, including a 3-litre engine specifically developed for privateer teams. Brussin also had a new co-driver, André Gouffly, another Frenchman with a colourful past. Gouffly, nicknamed Dédé la Sardine for his involvement in the sardine industry, was a wealthy businessman with a taste for speed. It is weird how both these co-drivers were somehow involved with these fish, but let's continue. With the excitement of the previous year's success, they were ready to race. However, the 1958 race would be forever etched in tragedy. Early on, XKD 513 suffered from engine problems, which was a recurring theme for the Jaguar teams that year. As the race wore on, heavy rain transformed the track into a treacherous battleground. Determined to make up for lost time, Brussin pushed the car hard, entering the Dunlop curve. Tragically, he lost control. The D-Type slammed into the perimeter, throwing Brussin from the car, and tragically, he didn't make it. The accident cast a dark shadow over the race. XKD 513, a symbol of Brussin's ambition and racing spirit, now lay mangled at the side of the track. The wreckage was sent back to Jaguar for investigation, and following this investigation, XKD 513 remained at Le Mans until the French authorities released it. The battered remains were then shipped back to Jaguar Browns Lane factory in England, and for many, the story of XKD 513 would have ended here, a tragic footnote in Le Mans history. However, fate had other plans for this car. You see, in 1960, a new chapter unfolded for the car. Enter Giovanni Michelotti, a rising star in the world of car design. The Italian maestro had just launched his own design firm and was on the lookout for a project to showcase his talents. XKD 513, with its light aluminium body crumpled beyond repair, presented a unique opportunity. Michelotti saw potential where others saw only wreckage. He envisioned a metamorphosis, a transformation of the once proud racer into a sleek futuristic coupe. The original D-Type bodywork was meticulously removed, revealing the car's core, the robust chassis and subframe. Around this foundation, Michelotti sculpted a breathtaking design. The result was the Jaguar Lemans, a stunning coupe that debuted at the 1963 Geneva Salon. Finished in a sophisticated metallic blue with contrasting light trim, the car retained the original D-Type's Dunlop alloy wheels, but the rest of the body was completely redesigned. The flowing lines and sharp angles hinted at Michelotti's signature style, with parallels to his work with Oscar and Triumph. Despite its racing pedigree, the Jaguar Lemans wasn't built for the track. Michelotti intended it as a show car and a testament to his design prowess. The car even served as his personal daily transport for a while, its powerful engine and lightweight construction offering a thrilling driving experience around the streets of Turin. The Jaguar Lemans remained in Michelotti's possession for several years, a constant companion and a conversation starter. However, by the late 1960s, space constraints at its design studio necessitated a change. XKD 513, now sporting the Michelotti body, was sold to Richard F. Carter in the United States. There, it continued its life as a show car used for fundraising purposes by a local church. But once again, the story doesn't end here. You see, in the 1970s, historic racing gained traction in the UK, and D-Types with their legendary status became highly sought after and crazy expensive pieces of history. Enter Andrew Gortway, a dedicated enthusiast who tracked down the Michelotti-bodied XKD 513 in the American South. He convinced Carter to part ways with the car, bringing it back to its birthplace in England. Back in England, the remarkable story of XKD 513 took another turn. The Michelotti body was separated from the original D-Type chassis. The chassis, remarkably, had survived the crash relatively unscathed. This formed the basis for a meticulous rebuild aimed at restoring the car to its original 1957 Le Mans specification. This task fell on Guy Black and Chris Keith Lucas, who painstakingly sourced period parts, including a complete factory tail section. The finished product was a glorious recreation of the original XKD 513, repainted in British racing green with the iconic short nose design and a potent 3.8-litre engine. Meanwhile, the Michelotti body found a new home with a renowned English collector, Bill Lake. He commissioned Lynx, another esteemed British restoration firm, to rebuild it using a donor car, a ride-off 4.2-litre E-Type Jag. The resulting creation, painted in red, was a tribute to Michelotti's vision. It eventually found its way to Belgian enthusiast Lucas Lauries, who embarked on a project to restore it to its 1963 Geneva Salon glory. XK Engineering, a specialist restoration company in Coventry, meticulously recreated the original handmade interior and exterior details, drawing on limited reference material and Michelotti sketches. The finished car, painted in a powder blue that echoed the original metallic finish, was a rolling testament to Michelotti's design language. But the story of XKD 513 wouldn't be complete without a return to its spiritual home, Le Mans. The meticulously restored D-Type, now sporting its original French racing blue paint and the number 17 from its podium finish, participated in factory cavalcades organized by Jaguar, symbolically reconnecting with the legendary circuit. The car also found a new owner, California-based Briton Peter Giddings, who extensively campaigned it in historic racing events. Over the years, XKD 513 continued to turn heads on racetracks and Concours d'Elegance. The meticulous restoration ensured the car retained its authenticity with period-correct details like the distinctive tail fin and the rivets painstakingly recreated. One detail that remained elusive, however, was the exact shade of blue used in 1957. Extensive research delved into historical records and paint samples, ultimately leading to a perfect match. In 2017, XKD 513 underwent a final repaint, ensuring its appearance mirrored its glorious days at Le Mans. Today, XKD 513 embodies the spirit of Le Mans racing, a blend of exhilarating competition, heartbreaking tragedy, and an unwavering passion. It's a testament to the visionaries who brought it to life, from the engineers at Jaguar who crafted the iconic D-Type design, to Jean-Marie Brussin who dared to dream of Lemans glory, and finally to the dedicated restorers who brought it back to its original state. But at the end of the video, please let me know what you thought of the video and what you think of this really cool story from racing history. I personally love it. Hopefully some of you guys enjoyed the video as well, and maybe you learned something new. If you did, please have a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you liked the video, you'll most probably like most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?